How's dating?
It sucks. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Hey guys, welcome to Too Personal. I'm so excited for this week's guest. I love when I have friends in studio.
Yes.
It does make the interview more difficult.
Does it?
It does for me because I'm like, how far are we going into the tea? You know, what's for public consumption? But this is too personal. So we do try to, give a little more.
Yes.
But my sister, Valeisha Butterfield,
Yes.
so happy to have you here. She is incredibly inspirational to me and to a lot of women. She has held leadership roles in the Obama administration. Oh,
Single tear.
what a time. Google, the Recording Academy, where she became the organization's first ever chief diversity and inclusion officer and later co-president. And she's the founder of Seed Media. And we are going to talk about a lot of different things today, but I want to start with what you wanted to talk about, which I don't always do with every guest, but audacity.
Yes.
Now, I love this word for a lot of different reasons. Now, for me, when I think of audacity, I immediately think of a mediocre man. So, because I feel like they have the audacity of kings, honey. Where do you get the audacity? Who? How? I need to be raised as a mediocre man because I feel like if I had their confidence, the things I would have, and I've accomplished a lot, but I feel like I might actually run planet Earth if I had the audacity that just naturally flows through their veins. So, what is audacity to you?
Well, first, I'm just so happy to be here. And you know how much I love you.
I love you
And
too.
when I think about audacity, I think of people like, even President Barack Obama had a book called The Audacity of Hope.
Mm.
And when I think about audacity, often it has these negative connotations because people think that it means that you're arrogant or that your head is too big. But in every single space that I've been in, and like you, we've been in a lot of rooms, we see our counterparts asking for the things that they haven't earned. They might come to the meeting with a one-page proposal.
If they have a proposal.
If there's a proposal with misspelled words and ask for the most audacious numbers. And so when I think about, audacity in this context with technology, with AI transformation, with job shifting, if we don't go after what we want, we are going to be left behind. Full stop. And so for me, audacious means asking for the thing that scares you, applying for the job that you feel like you're underqualified for, do it anyway, and do it scared. Just do it scared.
Audacity does have a negative connotation. Do we want to get you a seat? Are you sure? Okay. Like, I don't have to stand all the time. We're going to be talking for a while, honey. Audacity does have a negative connotation. It's so something I've gotten heat for my entire career is that I don't believe in being humble.
Yes. Yes.
And every time I say that, well, the church folk come out in droves. Blah, blah, humility, God. And when I say it, I say I am humble before God only. I am not humble before other humans. You and all your fucked up shit don't have nothing to do with humbling me, honey. Because every time I've been humble for other people, it has come at my detriment and their glorification or their amplification. And it has not served me in any way. And I feel like audacity kind of falls under that same scope because humility for what? Why am I being humble?
I'll tell you, I have been overly humble, right? I'm from the South, right? We were taught respectability politics, grew up in the church, just all the things. And it served me for a long time. Put your head down, do the work. The results will eventually pay off. But those days are done. So done. And I think that sometimes we have to pop our collar. And, often, to your point, it's like, why should we remain humble when our resume speaks a different story? Why should we remain humble when the receipts are the receipts? And it doesn't mean that every day we're going to be banging our hands on the table, but it means for sure we're going to walk in with a different level of posture and swag about us. And so for me, humility is dead. It has to be, because if we keep moving that way, then who would notice the hard work that's been done and who will care?
That's interesting you say that, because I have a friend who a couple years ago, she was going through a transition in her career, and she was talking about how her work was never cited to her in the building, and she would do all these things, and she would book these people, and she would get these huge moments for the company, and someone else would always step in at the last minute and kind of swoop away her credit. And I said, girl, that's your fault. I'll be damned. I put that shit together and somebody else did. What did you do? What did you do? No, sir. I did this. I have the text messages right here. See that? That's my friend. That's why they're in the building. You did what? You typed up the name tag. Congratulations. I don't care how you feel about it. You didn't do this work. You will not be taking credit for it. And I said, you have to do that. Yeah. You cannot work in silence. Working in silence is never, you never work in silence. You work very loud. I would even say, like, it's not for interns. I was loud as fuck when I was an intern. I want this opportunity. I got this done. I booked this person. I brought in this sale. Like, you have to let people know what your work is.
You do. And there's such a fine line, right? So when I think about, for me, like, I'm not naturally wired to pop my ish. I'm just not, right? You know, it's like, so for me, I've had to be strategic in the moments or in the rooms where maybe that energy would have been rejected too. So instead of me sometimes, you know, saying the things that I've done, I have sponsors in the space. I might have advocates in the space. I might have people that have a little bit more protection position, right? Who can actually say the things for me. And over time, that helped me develop my own voice. And so for me, you know, I think sometimes, you know I push young people when I'm speaking to them, like, say the things, do the things. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, because the systems sometimes aren't designed or set up for that type of safety. But when they're not, we can still be strategic in how we use our voice.
Well, there's a game to play.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, you know, you worked in the highest level of corporate and political spaces. And so, you know, there's a game to play, and we can pretend like there's not a game to play all we want. And we can zap the nuance out of every conversation, and we can pretend that this is a fair playing field, and that, you know, knowing people or family or looks or any of these things don't matter. And they absolutely fucking do. But at the end of the day, you have to do the work. And that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people miss, in especially young people, when you have these conversations. Yes, you need opportunities. You need doors open. You need advocates. You need people to speak for you in the room. You need people to recognize your talent, but you also have to have the talent.
Yeah.
And combining that and being strategic with it is so important.
I'll say one more thing. It was actually my mom who made the shift for me around Audacity, because I remember when I was pregnant with my second child, I'm working at Google, and I was just playing everything by the books, as we always do and should. And I remember wanting to go back to work early before my maternity leave ended. And she was like, why would you do that? And I'm like, well, I want them to know that I'm serious. And I want them to know that I'm a team player, and I'm, still going to come back in and lead. And she said, you're at a different level now. So your responsibility is to rest. Your responsibility is to take your leave, because you're going to start training and conditioning the young people around you to think that they can't be bold and take a rest, because they just had. So for me, it was my mom saying, to like, what got us here, Joy, won't get us there. And it requires the audacity. It requires putting humility aside and like saying the things that even make you scared.
But you, like, that fear in you that you were going to fall behind, even taking maternity leave that you are entitled to, and that is normal and is necessary for your life and your family, is so ingrained in us.
Yes.
And it's so a part. There's two things that came to mind. One is that I'm glad that your mother said that, because I do think in leadership roles, the audacity changes, and the way that you deliver things changes, and the way that you take credit changes. Because if your team did something, then your language has to change. And sometimes it's important that your team knows that you did it.
Yes.
So that, now this is what I did. We're going to do it together next time.
Yeah.
But I pulled it together as the leader. But if it was a team thing, it needs to be a we. We did this, not me. And that, when you become a leader, that language has to change. But I also think I want to ask you about this, because I talked about this a couple weeks ago, because the girl boss conversation has circled back around for us. And
it's quite controversial.
Oh my God, it's exhausting,
it's so
ladies.
exhausting.
It's almost, it's gotten to the point where it's
Yeah.
misogynistic.
Yeah.
And I kind of realized that when I was ranting about it, like, just men do not have a boy boss era.
No.
We do not talk about
Mhm.
how do men find balance? Like,
Yeah.
it's such a woman conversation. It is so silly, and we continue to have the conversation. I do not agree. I've never agreed with anything Amanda said in my entire life, for the record. But we got to be a little more accountable with ourselves and stop talking about having everything together all the time.
Yes. Nobody's okay.
No one's okay.
No one's
and no
okay.
one has the answers.
No.
We might have one answer for this one specific situation that might help you, despite the fact that you are in a completely different company with different leadership and different coworkers and a different time. Like, no one has the answers. We do not have it together. Girl bossing is a myth in the idea that you can have everything all at once and that you are going to have it all together all the time.
I mean, no one's okay, and that's okay. Right? We are all experiencing universally something that we've never experienced before. Like just AI alone, right? Like we are normalizing robots walking down the street, right? We're normalizing the idea of robots being in the home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, guys, driverless cars. And so for me, I think if anyone sits across from you as an expert, like run the other way, because no one has all the answers right now. Like we all are having to shift and pivot at the same time. And again, if we don't focus on agility and how we're going to do that, then it's going to be a scary place for all of us in about 2 years, if it isn't already.
How scared are you? Because you are someone who comes from a very political background, and you have been around politics and power and the highest level of corporate spaces pretty much your entire life. I agree. We are living in unprecedented times. And I try to not be too hyperbolic because our ancestors certainly lived through worse. No, but. And every generation has their thing to deal with. But it feels like we're kind of fucking around with the end here.
We're on the edge, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all.
That makes me feel better because I'm very afraid.
I'm not afraid at all. And here's why. Whenever you speak to an elder who's been through it all, right? They first have a level of calm and reassurance around like everything comes back around. And it's just true. Like even the world resets itself, right? So when you really believe in God, of course, and faith, but also the universe and just how even trends and fashion, like everything comes back full circle. So that gives me like a level of confidence and calm, even when like the rug is being pulled from us. I don't panic for that reason. But the second reason is because, you know, at the end of the day, people move where culture moves. It's just true, right? So the more people are, you know, focused on technology and AI and everything feels out of control, connection becomes back in style. Like connection is the new currency. Like us sitting here on the couch together feels 10 times better than us being on a Zoom. And so for me, that gives me comfort in knowing that the small spaces where we can have real connection is actually where money's going to move. It's where opportunity's going to lie. Like stop applying for 1 million jobs online, right? And start sliding in DMs. Like to me, it's that direct connection that's going to make us relevant. It's going to make us stick. And I think ultimately it's going to reset around all of this craziness that's happening right now.
Do you feel like culture is in a good place? Because you're heavily involved in music, you have a production company, you're involved with art. I don't know that I completely agree with you with connectivity. I think experiences are the most sought after thing right now. That's why sports is exploding everywhere and why those contracts are insane, billions and billions of dollars. It's where all the billionaires want to put their money because people want to be together and want to watch things live. They want to experience things. I agree with you there. I think that culture is in a pretty shitty place. I don't think art is where it needs to be.
Yes.
I really don't think music is where it needs to be. Movies are kind of hanging on. Like we had a good year this year. Sinners, you know, we had We had some contributions that showed that we can move the needle. We can create unique, one-of-a-kind things that still are phenomenons, that are still written well, that are still shot artistically, and they matter, and they resonate with people, and the audiences react. I think that in times like these, the art is the time capsule of the moment. And I don't know that all of the art forms are doing the best work to capture that, to inspire people, to galvanize people, to call out the corruption. Like, where are they? Where are the artists of our time? And there are a few. Yes. I don't want to say there's none, because that's not true. But man, like, can we just a little bit?
I think, to be really honest, we're platforming the wrong people. They exist.
But who's platforming them? And are we platforming them? Are we platforming the wrong people? Or is the audience, I feel that way, that sometimes that's the conversation that happens in sports, where they're like, LA is the loudest city in the world. Are we talking about the Cowboys because people want to talk about the Cowboys, or do people want to talk about the Cowboys because we're talking about the Cowboys? Like, what came first?
Yes.
So how do you believe that works?
So for me, I think, the days of traditional media and what gets magnified on the biggest stages are gone, right? So yes, you have breakthrough projects like Sinners, who did a fantastic job, but for every Sinners, there's 100 or even 1,000 independent films that we haven't heard of, who are doing great work. And so both can be true. And so for me, if we don't shift, that's where we get left behind. So if we're waiting for the green light, if we're waiting for the big budget project, right, by the time that project actually gets produced, the moment is gone. And so for me, it's really taking advantage of this kind of micro, not just influencer economy, but overall economy. So pick up the camera, right? Don't wait to create. Now, where we come in as consumers and as media platforms is now we have a responsibility to platform those creators and platform those founders. And so for every executive, for example, more than 600,000 Black women specifically are out of work right now, right? Pushed out of the workforce. Pick up a camera, because you're actually the experts who these audiences want to hear from and see. And so for me, the ecosystem exists, the creators exist, and the funding has dried up. And so now I believe we have to aggregate, pool our resources, or at least our platforms, around these projects that we believe in. I mean, I was just at ABFF Film Festival last weekend in Miami. Thousands of directors, filmmakers, writers, producers from sports, music, TV, film, who have the dopest ideas and just need 10 of us to post and amplify them. And then that's where the revenue gets generated. And so I think we just play a different role than maybe we would before. Before, I had the ability to greenlight projects and invest in them. Now I have the ability to galvanize communities to amplify those platforms so they still can make money on the back end. And so to me, that's the shift.
Yeah, I do believe in that. I think that we culturally have a responsibility to platform people that are doing cool things. Like, I just saw Is God Is the other day. It was spectacular.
Yes.
So good. And that's a successful play, and it's been built over years and years of work, but still a unique written story and incredible work. I wonder where the young people are, I guess.
Yes.
Like, what are the babies doing?
That's the part, right? Like, I honestly have the biggest passion, and everyone like you who knows me knows this, to just platform and amplify young voices, because they have the dopest, most cutting edge ideas, and they just need a push, right? And so just having young people like you do on set now, right, as we're speaking, we have a crew of young people who are here who are way more brilliant than we are. Right? So let's start investing and pouring into them more, because that's actually where the breakthrough is going to happen and the money's going to be generated.
Right. And those are the people that need to be telling the story of the time.
Exactly.
Like, I'm an auntie.
You're not an auntie.
I'm very much an auntie. I am absolutely, I rebuke this. I have 14 and 15 on the way. Okay,
Joy.
nieces and nephews. I am almost 40 years old. I am absolutely an auntie. Okay, it's okay. I have embraced this. I enjoy my role in this life.
Okay.
But yes, absolutely.
We'll talk about that
I
later.
am not aging myself. I'm okay with it. But I am not, I'm not a whippersnapper. Okay. I'm not out
You
here.
are.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I am not old. Okay. I am still in my 30s, but I am not a 21-year-old.
I refuse to embrace that for you. So I'm not doing it.
I had my 20s. They were glorious. Okay. I enjoyed mostly every moment of them, except for the part where I was broke. That part I don't want back. No, but I'm saying that like young people, this is their time. Like they
Yes.
need to be fighting back. Like when we talk
Yes.
about everything
Agree.
that's happening politically, when we
Yes.
talk about everything that's happening culturally, you're the jobs that are not going to exist. Like they're taking the world from you.
That's true.
We
true.
good.
We're
We
good.
gonna
Thank
be all
God.
right. We gonna
Like,
be all right.
Listen,
we gonna figure it out. We've been figuring it out for a long time.
We've been figuring it out for a long time. We've got 20 plus years in the game. So that brings me peace and calm. But I also think young people are learning to love their life with less.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I'll be honest. Like I overstacked my overhead, right? Like I had to have the big house. I had to have the big car. I had to have the big trips. I had to have the big wardrobe. And I still love those things. But I'd rather like sit on a beach, right? With a bikini on and just relax
Mm-hmm.
with a carry-on bag, right? So to me, I think young people are teaching us differently too. Like simplicity is actually the sexiest lifestyle you can have without like stacking the weight of the world on your shoulders because of all these material things. So I think, I don't know, yes to jobs for sure, and opportunity, and yes to like maybe reevaluating how we're even doing life,
Yeah.
because I definitely have done it and continue to do it a little too heavy.
Well, I think it's generational
Yeah.
also because we just had it. We grew up in a different time. Like they see so much.
Mhm.
And I think in a lot of ways, they've developed this pushback on like, I actually don't need that much.
It's
like
fine.
I'm okay. I
Mhm.
have a full life, a fun life
Mhm.
doing this. I think it plays, obviously it's completely unattainable for a lot of people now, but it's even buying a home.
Yeah.
People are like, why I'm not working extra hours
Yes.
so that I can then be responsible for a home when I'm already paying this for rent anyway.
Mhm.
Like why this is an unattainable thing for me. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to burden myself with the
That's it.
worry of trying to do
Mhm.
that, which is a shame
Mhm.
because that also dissuades people from real wealth building,
Mhm.
but it's where we are as a society.
Yeah. And it's knowing where we are. And I think that for me, that's the wisdom, regardless of age.
Yeah.
Like you got to know where you sit in this thing and where the world is. And I think whenever we're in denial of that, that's actually when we end up like really struggling in business and in life, right? It's like really knowing where the world is and where you are and taking a beat. And a beat could be like a weekend just to reevaluate. And you're like, no, my love life sucks. I want to change that. Or my work life, I make a ton of money, but I'm miserable every day. Like whatever that reset is, to me, like this is the beautiful pain of this window where we have to figure those things out.
How has the shift been for you away from corporate?
A different hard. Both are hard, right? Like, so you have to choose your path. Hard for me has meant you lose the stability, right? Of, the paycheck every 2 weeks. You lose, the stock vesting and all those things. But you also have the ability to just like take a second to think about what you want this next chapter of your life to look at. So that's been the biggest blessing of it, but it's been hard, right? Like the world changed at the month that I transitioned. Literally, Joy, like the month I said, all right, I'm an entrepreneur. I've got a 2-year runway. Like I've got money saved up. I've got the house. I've got all the things. And then the whole world shifted. And like, to me, that hard journey has been the biggest blessing because now every day, not only do I have to like really think about the future for my business, but I get to like really stop and think about what I want my life to look like. So that's been beautiful. And just like my kids seeing mom follow her dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's been dope because my kids have always known mom to be the corporate girl, who, does all the fabulous things. And the other day, my oldest said to me, he was like, Mom, are we going to have to move back to North Carolina? Are we okay? I was like, of course we're okay. Like, I make money. Like, I do well. They were like, but you don't work for Google anymore. And I was like, yeah, entrepreneurship is cool too. And so to me, it's like retraining the brain around entrepreneurship is a credible, sexy job.
It is hard though.
And it's super hard. And that's the part that we don't talk about enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everyone always says like you want to work for yourself, and there is a freedom attached to that, but there is also a constant anxiety attached to that. And it's a different constant anxiety than working for the man. Because there are just different struggles with it. And I mean, I haven't been at corporate for a while now, and it's different. It's a different stress, but I have found it, like you've said, like it's a little inspiring. It's a little like,
I mean,
it keeps it a little saucy.
It's like moving to New York City. Like you get to know who you really are.
Yeah.
Like you
got to make it.
Yeah. You got to, there's no choice.
There's no plan B.
And then I think about just so many founders right now who are publicly getting criticized, and they're learning in real time, guys.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's hard. And when I think about the mistakes, like I think that there's so much to learn from people who really wear it on their sleeve, the good and the bad. And so for me, I'm like obsessed with founder stories and seeing not just like how they raised the capital, but when they lost it all and won it back, or, just how they pivoted, or some people have gone back into the W-2 because they said, you know what, I realized through this experience, this just wasn't for me. So whatever the messiness is, to me, I'm loving every second of learning it because, again, I've had a job since I was 14 years old. And for a year now, I've been an entrepreneur, and it's been the hardest and best lesson of my life.
And you have to be present all the time.
Super present.
Presence, and then also future. Like, I feel like there's not any space for the past when you're an entrepreneur, because it's just wasted time. And listen, don't waste my motherfucking time, please. Please don't waste my time. Oh my God, don't piss me off. Wasted time.
Oh, that's my number one pet peeve. My number one pet peeve.
How fucking dare you?
I know we're not on dating, but don't waste.
I mean, this is a good transition because it really is about business. It's about friends. It's about the motherfucking Uber driver. Don't waste my fucking time. My time is I have every minute of my day planned.
Yes.
Every fucking minute.
Yep.
Don't waste it. It's so frustrating to me. Okay, well, this was a good transition. How's dating?
It sucks. It's so bad. It's so bad. And it's bad because I'm such a lover girl.
Well, that's something you should hold on to.
I'm trying for the life of me, though.
Okay, well, what is the clash with being a lover girl and dating that's the problem?
Just taking a second to really...
Like, are you loving too fast?
They are loving too fast, and the lover girl in me wants to believe that it's real. Right? So it's like the love bombing.
Oh,
that's a thing. I love a good love bomb.
I love like 2 weeks. I love like 2 weeks of romance.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Oh.
Oh, don't let it last 3 months. And you're like, oh, we go together real bad.
3 months you all go together.
No, we are getting married.
Yeah, 3 months of a love bomb.
Like,
what do you
we're
mean?
together now.
Yeah, you go together.
No.
Oh.
It's not a
you
thing.
love bombed me for 3 months. You belong to me.
But it's
You're
like
my property.
Date one.
No, but
they're
like
saying
2
they
weeks.
love you.
Oh, ew. Oh.
That's a thing. That's happening to you. For sure it's happening to you. If
no.
they haven't said it, they felt
They can
it.
feel anything they want to feel. Don't say that shit. You don't love me. You don't know me. I haven't been mean to you yet. What do you mean? You don't know anything
That's
about
the
me.
thing. The one, not even mean, just one boundary, and they're like, fall apart.
Yeah, because people like that like this is my issue with that. And listen, I am being transparent. I love a fucking love bomb. I love a New York man to fly me out and just let's just be in love for like 2 weeks.
Bomb.
Oh, elite.
Nothing's better.
Nothing is better than a New York man love bomb. They have it down.
Don't be a Brooklyn love bomb.
Please listen. I can't. I'm not going to front. I am susceptible.
It's so bad. But it's so bad.
It's so good. It's perfect, and you know it's ending. but it is
You
so
know.
fun. The thing about people that say that they love you too soon, and this is why I'm with you, it's a huge red flag, because to love someone,
Yes.
you don't have to know everything about someone to love someone, but you do have to know enough to know that you're not just loving the idea of someone.
Yes.
And I find that a lot of people love the idea of me more than the reality of me, because the reality of me is very messy and very guarded and very sad and very happy and very tired and very busy and like I am all of the extreme of everything, as most women are.
For sure.
So you can't you love the idea of me,
Yeah,
which is fine, but then you're a fan.
Yeah, you're a fan.
And I love having fans. It's good. It's important.
Feels great.
They pay the bills.
But it's great for 2 months.
But that's not a lover.
It's not a lover, and it's so misleading, right? Like, I think for me, so dating in my 20s had it my way. Like we all did.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're 20 something, like if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And now on the other side of a 15-year relationship, I'm now in my 40s dating. And to me, it's like, at first I thought post-divorce, I just want to have fun. I'm not a just have fun girl. I realized that like month 1. I was like, oh, I'm a lover girl. I don't want to just have fun. I want to marry you. Big red flag on my side, right?
Do you want to get married again?
It's not a goal, but I want to be so in love with someone and them to love me so much that either we go behind this thing or, you know, marriage then becomes a possibility.
Yeah.
But right now I'm fine if I don't get remarried. And I don't plan to have any more children. So like, to me, it's like I want to do life with my person, but I want them to really rock with me for real. And for me, that's what makes love bombing feel so good. So dating for me is look like you meet the guy, they love the idea of you, a couple dinners in, you know, things have progressed to daily conversations, FaceTime. I want to see you, flying you out, you know, you're doing all the things. And then life happens. I have a schedule. We have schedules, right? So we can't just hop on the flight and go to London tomorrow, right? And so once the reality sets in on what it actually looks like to date someone like us, it becomes a problem, right? And so I'm not interested in shrinking. I'm not interested in shifting because I know I cannot depend on you to pay these big grown bills that I have, nor should I. And I'm not getting younger. So for me, it's like, if this doesn't feel good and if it doesn't feel like we're at ease in this love, then I'd rather not. And so that's what dating has been for me. And it sucks.
Yeah.
That part of it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I relate entirely. It's when you are a busy grown woman, and I don't have kids, but you know, adding kids to it is a whole other element.
It's a beast.
My
kids have never met anyone. 4
yeah,
years.
and they shouldn't. I don't think.
I think it's time though. They're starting to look at me like I'm weird. They're like, "Mom, are you okay? Like, is everything okay?" And I'm
well,
like,
I actually shouldn't say that. What is your policy on like what are the benchmarks to meeting your kids?
okay, so I'll tell you a funny story first. So I was dating this guy post divorce, and it was like fresh out, right? So he's love bombing me. I'm curious about it. It feels great. He's a former athlete, the whole thing. Like everything on paper and physically was like great. And he had children. And I said to him very clearly up front, like, this is so new for me that, you know, we should talk about like the kid thing because I'm not anywhere near being ready for my kids to meet anyone. And he took it personally. He was like, exactly. He was like, I thought you loved me and I thought I loved you. And I thought that.
And how long were you seeing each other in the 7th?
Thank you. 3 months, 4 months. And so fast forward, now we're maybe 4 or 5 months in. He, of course, has not met my children. And I'm clear, but I want to be respectful of you two and your family. Like, I'm not ready to meet your kids until we together agree that it's the right time. We're eating in Miami at a restaurant, and his kids walk in to the restaurant like it was all planned, and I'm being ambushed with like a meet and greet with the children. And of course, it was like beautiful and sweet. And then afterwards, I was like, what's that? So to me, I'm learning that when men care, though, they will go hard.
But that's all they do.
Yeah, they go hard.
That's all they do. Not to turn this into a conversation about them, but men, I don't have like any pretty hard stances across millennias,
Yeah.
but if he wanted to, he would. Like, that's it.
But that's the thing,
That's
right?
it. Like, men always do what they want to do all the time.
Audacity.
If they want to call you, they will call you. Like, I've had girlfriends being like, I just don't know why he's not calling you. Because he doesn't want to.
Oh, yeah, because he's not interested.
Because he doesn't want to.
He doesn't like you like that.
He doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Girl, he doesn't like you. Men will ruin their entire, they will ruin a country. They will ruin the earth. They will
beginning
burn
of
the
time.
earth to the ground.
No, it's true. For
They
the woman they
will
love.
set some shit on literal fire. Even for a woman that they are interested in. They don't even have to love her. So if they want to do something for you, they will do it. Obviously, there's exceptions, but that is just that has been my life experience and the experience of any woman or man I've ever watched in my entire life.
But Joy, there's something for us to learn from that, right? So for me, as much as I was overwhelmed in that moment with like, why would you do that? And we ended up soon after falling apart. It's like, but that was actually sweet, right? Like, was it wrong? Did it catch me off guard? Yes. But with all of my guard and the wall and this hard shell that I've developed over time from a lot of disappointment, I mean, for years of disappointment, I'm like, maybe we should love as freely and as openly like that.
Was that
to
sweet
the right
or was
person?
that manipulative?
To the right person.
Was it sweet or was it manipulative?
Looking back,
I don't know any of the details of this story, by the way. This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
I think it was sweet until it wasn't. Right? Until he didn't get the outcome, which makes it manipulative.
So, because I think wanting someone to meet your children,
Yes.
if you're not a person that just constantly introduces your children to people who personally, I think is just fucking insane, but I don't have children, so whatever, maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to meet someone's children. I date men who have kids. I don't want to meet them unless we are together.
Yes.
And not like, oh, we're seeing, like, we have had the conversation that you and I are together. We are going to be together. Then I will meet your children and not a second before.
Yes.
And I'm not meeting the kids as in like, we're throwing the whole kitchen sink at them. Like, this is going to be a gentle entrance into this experience for them. Because I'm not their mother and I'm not doing that to children. That's my choice to make. It sounds like you had said that, or some version of this, having your own children to speak strongly to this, and him wanting to meet his children is a good thing. That's a nice thing. But you are both adults. This is a grown-ass man.
Yes. And as a mom, I thought about their mom.
Right.
Right. So I was like, man, as much as he thought perhaps it was an action of endearment towards me, I know for sure their mother wasn't aware of that. Right. And so for me.
Were they very young?
Yeah, they were really young. And so, yeah.
Because if they were like teenagers,
No.
then like I wouldn't thought of their mom as much. But when they're little, and I think of them, I actually, obviously I think of the mother, but I also think of them. I think how I would feel as a child, how I did feel as a child, actually, when I met my father's new girlfriend. And she was on the couch trying to talk to me about some shit. And I was like, lady, I don't fucking know you.
Same.
And more than that, you don't know him. You think you know him. You don't even know. You don't know shit, bitch. Wait till you really meet him. You think you telling me something about this man? I know. I came from this man, okay? Yeah. You don't know him. Wait till you fucking find out. Actually, you want the tea?
It's true.
Why are you sitting here lecturing me about how to behave? I've known you 45 fucking seconds. You've known him 2 minutes. So I think that it is, not to rewrite your story. I think it was manipulative, but I think that it's so hard to find people who can just control their emotions.
Well, that's the part, right? The men, I'm trying to be careful, but maybe I just shouldn't. The men of our age group are really, midlife crisis is real.
Yeah. And I don't think that's exclusive to men.
Correct.
But I do think that there is, well, here's where I will give a monicum of grace to the men of our age group. We grew up in a different time.
Mm-hmm.
We have gone through massive technological changes. I want to say moral changes, but OnlyFans did not exist. Okay, you did not have Instagram, did not have the access to people, the illusion of options that, because it isn't really more options, it's the illusion of options that we have now. There's always still just one person.
Yes.
But we always think people think humans are replaceable because we see so many humans all the time. So I think that has affected a lot of men of our age group. I think it's affected a lot of relationships, how we communicate, how we trust, our confidence, you know, and what people actually want. Because I find that a lot of men say they want one thing, but they are not doing anything to create that.
Yeah. And I think for me, when I really stopped to just, because again, lover girl, I believe in love. That's what I want for all of us. And the gender war thing is whack. And I'm noticing though that women, like most of the women that I know, have really taken the time to do the work over a long period of time. Therapy, you've got your friend circles, you're working out, you're having real conversations to just go deeper and like reset or fix like the things that maybe trauma has done. The guys that I know have recently started that journey, right? Like they're starting therapy, they have the golf trips, like they're doing the things to repair too, but the timeline for so many isn't really matching up. And so Lala said it on a pod a couple years ago. She was like, the young guys, or I think it was Breakfast Club, but she was like, the young guys are checking for us so hard right now. And it's crazy because the guys that are my age, rare. But then the younger guys every single day. And I'm like, that's not what I want. It's actually not what I'm interested in.
We've talked about this before. This is why it's hard to have conversations on this podcast with your friends.
Like,
but
I'm not interested in the young guy. Like, I shouldn't say I'm not interested.
The young men are not playing about us. So
at all.
For all this.
And the older, not the older, the guys our age are like, but they're not serious. No, they're serious.
They're very serious. They're very fucking serious.
Very serious.
They're very serious. And they got money, baby. Okay. They don't play it.
It's not a sugar mama thing.
I don't want to take off, pay nobody's bills.
No.
Okay. They're happy to do that.
Yes.
Also,
chivalry, planning.
I don't want it either, but
just not attracted to that.
Not either. But you know you could if you wanted to.
I'd like to see a little salt and pepper. I want to see a little.
I want a grown man.
You know, but
yeah,
I need a little seasoning. A little seasoning.
So you wouldn't date a younger man?
No, I would for sure. I've done it, but it's not my preference, guys.
It's the only thing about younger men is, I need an older. I don't need an older man. I want a man with seasoning.
I want to learn something when I'm in your presence.
Yeah,
like
I don't want to be taught that.
I do. I want to learn something.
I want to learn something new, but because for me, I'm 39. So if I date a man who's like 10 years older than me, there's still kind of that like, well, you don't know. So I don't need that energy. Okay, I know.
You're not the correction, but like if he's like, hey, Joy, I know you love Tokyo and the cherry blossoms. You know, would you like to go back because there's a spot that I love to hike in deep in the mountains that maybe you didn't go to next time, and he plans the whole thing out.
Nothing sexier.
Oh my gosh, you got me.
Nothing. You don't have to do all that. Book
the flight.
Book a table. Okay, book a table at a time. Okay, that's it.
They're doing that, Joy.
Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are.
Come on.
I'm being dramatic.
But
of course they're doing that. Of course they're doing that. Well, I don't want you to lose your lover girl. I think that dating is hard.
Yeah.
And it's harder now than I think it has been in times past for everyone. For a lot of different reasons. They are manufacturing a gender war that in reality only exists online.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
That's why we joke about the young guy thing, because online you have these red pill podcasts that are pumping all of this vitriol into the world, and it's slobber, it's Mike slobber, it's fucking nothingness. We are, by all of these red pill accounts, washed up, used.
Oh my gosh.
Goods.
What?
We are useless. We might as well be nuclear waste. And we both know
not our story.
This story,
and not
baby.
only is it not our story, it's not the story of women.
It's not the story
It's
of women.
not.
It's not our story.
So lame.
And when the moment that you step from the threshold of your home
Yes.
into the fresh air world, you know that that's not the case.
No.
And it is, I think it pours over into so many things. Like, I think dating and the conversation around dating, because I know so many beautiful, brilliant men, and I know you do too, that I adore. Like, I love them. I would murder someone for them. And there are, in my experience with men overall, has been positive.
Mhm.
I have some of the people I trust the most, some of the people I feel safest around, platonic friendships, the men in my family. Like, I can go on and on. People I've dated that I'm still friends with. I can go on and on and on. That'll be controversial. Imagine not hating someone that you used to date. But I do think that those type of spaces, these hard, evil spaces, these racist spaces, these misogynistic spaces, these trad wife spaces, these Christian nationalist spaces, just spew this constant nonsensical bullshit
Oh yeah.
into the world. And if you don't go outside, which a lot of people aren't doing, you believe it.
Yeah, you do. And that's why we need to put our arms around each other too. Like, I can't tell you, if I were to listen to the pods right now, they would tell me over 40, cooked, right? Auntie, which we're not claiming for you. Because I don't claim it for me.
You don't have to claim it, baby. I am an auntie. I have 14 human lives that can call me aunts. I have an auntie. I love it. I love being an auntie. And I love being an auntie because I don't want kids. So being an auntie actually it's something I find endearing.
But there were so many things post-divorce. At first I was like, I'm a mom. Will anyone want me? I'm over 40. Will anyone want me? I live in LA. I'm in an industry that's highly visible and I'm around a lot of men every day. Is that going to be a problem? None of those things.
You're a powerful woman.
Yeah. Is that going to be a problem? Is it too much? And none of those things have been the problem. It's simply been compatibility.
Well, I think if you...
Like, of the heart.
Yeah. If you look at it that way, I think you're in a great space. Because, dating, and I think when you haven't dated for a while, or you're coming out of a divorce, which I've done before, you're relearning things about yourself. You're healing. You're deciding what you want for this chapter of your life, which looks very different than the chapter when you were single before. Like, the world is different.
Yes.
But also you're different. And what you want is different. And what you believe is different. Like, that's why I think people who have been married over decades of a time, for their lifetime, are so fascinating to me. And I think that they have a skill of being able to continuously fall in love with the same person, even though that person is different. And that's a level of dedication that is, one, it's compatibility, obviously, but it's also a blessing that you find someone who is like, I'm going to love you no matter who you are.
Yes.
And because you change. So I think you have to give yourself some grace. It is hard to date, and LA is a very hard place to date. And there are a lot of awful, useless men. And there are also a lot of really great men who want a good grown ass woman.
Yeah.
But you have to try, and there's a trial and error process. And I think also when we're who we are, we don't like all that trial error shit. We don't fail at a lot of shit.
No, it's like, problem, answer.
Like, what is the solution? Okay, and I'm very much like this. Like, I'm like, okay, we're not dating no more of this, like, ever again.
Can I be honest? So when I was first getting divorced, I would listen to my friends complain about dating. And I was like, oh, not my problem. Not going to be my life. Because I literally thought that, again, I solve problems, right? So if this is a problem, the solution will be, and I'm going to create the path to figuring this thing out. It's not like that. Like, dating's not linear. And so for me, that has been the most frustrating part, because I thought over 4 years, this would have been done, right? I would be riding off into the sunset with the love of my life.
You tried to Vivica too, can play that game?
Oh yeah, I try to do all that. Playbook. No.
I love that movie so much.
So good.
It's so good. It's on Prime now, so I get the clips on my algorithm. What a formative film.
Formative film. Quality research. Okay.
Listen, when Gabby flipped that ponytail, when she said, I said, oh,
She's not playing.
she not fucking playing in that red suit, honey. You better get your boots strapped.
Shout out to
Okay?
Gab.
Because Gabby is not fucking playing with those inches. She finna take Morris. I don't remember none of their names from the movie. What was his name? Fuck, what was his name? I just watched the clip. He's dancing. What a great movie.
So good.
We need more movies like that.
Yes. Bring back love stories.
You need to make more movies.
Okay,
What?
we need some.
Keith.
Keith.
Fucking Keith.
Bring back the rom-coms.
We need rom-coms.
Yeah, okay. I gotta
We
work
need
on
some,
We
and
should
the
work on
reason is because that movie is so funny. It is so fucking funny. And it's so real.
it. Yeah.
And the characters are all so unique.
And it's timeless, right? Like, who would have thought we would still be having these same conversations?
The exact same conversation. It doesn't matter. The technology wasn't there.
I got off the apps.
What was your experience with the apps?
The apps were so transactional. Swipe,
Which
swipe,
app? Which one were you
Raya.
on? Okay.
It
I
was
met
so
someone on
cringe.
Raya once.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
It was good?
No, he was like a normal person. Like not a serial killer.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I have a really crazy dating app story. I don't know if I'm going to tell it, but it's actually I probably have told it. But anyway, he was not who he said he was.
He catfished you?
He did catfish a little bit. He had 10 years difference from his photos.
No.
So I was like, okay, like listen, I don't mind a little razzle dazzle. Okay, I don't mind a little wrinkle or two. But why didn't you just update the pictures?
10 years is wild.
I don't look like I did 10 years ago.
No. none of us do.
10 years is crazy. But men they always have an excuse. I don't take any pictures by myself.
I don't take any pictures.
I took 3 pictures today. Yeah, and then he did not have the job he said he had.
Yeah, he catfished.
And he worked for the government.
Okay.
Not in the capacity in which I'm interested in cohabitating with.
Joy.
So I was like, this is not going to work. I have a checkered past.
Oh,
be associated with this type of behavior.
Stop.
Are you too serious? This ain't gonna work. I'm a revolutionary. You've taken a few of us out.
Okay.
It's not gonna work. But the other one that I met on Raya was great. Yeah, like we just weren't compatible in the end, but we had a nice relationship. He's a nice man. I think that the apps aren't for everybody.
Yeah.
But I do know people who have met on the apps and have gotten married and like had good experiences. So I do think that like there's a time if the apps are feeling overwhelming, just get off of them and go outside.
Yeah,
there
literally
are
go outside.
still some people outside.
Yeah. Hotel lobbies, events.
Maybe not the hotels.
No, business happens at the hotels.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't know where she's going with this. I don't know if I can recommend that to everybody. There's certain hotels have a reputation.
No, like
you might not get approached the way you want to get
No,
approached.
like happy hour.
Yeah, happy hour for sure. Definitely, research if there's, some professional conventions might be a good time. Be strategic.
And hiking. If you're in LA, hiking's a
Girl!
The guys are
Girl,
hiking. The guys
they
are
hiking. And let me tell you something. Do a background check after. Let me tell you something.
What is happening, Joy?
Girl,
I have not had
Haley
these
knows
experiences.
this fucking story. Dog. Crazy. All right, I'll tell the story. So I can't believe I didn't tell you this. No, it's crazy. And I do recommend hiking. Like, there are some fine men on the hikes, okay? Now, I don't know their backstory, and I'm going to tell you why, because I fell for it, okay? So I'm walking. I'm doing
NDAs and vetting.
I'm doing my little hike. You got to vet. I should have put that shit right in the machine. Doop, 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 doop. So I'm hiking. This man walks past. I'm like, okay. But that's all I'm giving you. I'm just going to send the energy your direction. I'm not giving you eye contact, nothing, okay?
What?
Just like a little up to the neck and keep it moving. No, because I don't know if you're a serial killer. You can't be smiling at men. They get crazy. So it worked. So
Okay.
I walk he didn't make a loop he wasn't supposed to make.
Okay.
We walk past each other again, and then he comes up and starts talking to me. He has very good banter.
Okay.
We walk for like an hour. This is a public place, so I'm not
Wow.
in danger. And we're walking, talking, chit-chatting. He has like a normal job, like not a famous person. That's what I mean.
We
by
love that. Mhm.
Okay, love that.
Love
I'm like,
that.
oh, so sexy. You have a job. Nobody knows your name.
Mhm.
So he asked me dinner. We plan a date. I give him my number, go to dinner, have a nice dinner. Place I hadn't been before. He had, though. So this is a really long story, but the details matter. We go to dinner. He doesn't drink.
Okay.
We plan to then go to dinner again next week. So things
Okay.
are progressing at a normal, non-pushy way. So we're like 5 days from our first date. We're talking on the phone, whatever. I'm out with some friends. It's like a weekend night. And I'm like, oh, like, what are you up to? I'm like, I'm at this bar. You know, I know you don't drink, but if you want to like come by, my friends are leaving soon. And, you know, you can get a soda water or whatever. People who don't drink. And girl, 5 minutes before this man shows up, I get a text message. Bing, from an anonymous number.
No.
It is screenshots of his, what is that stupid fucking app that went under? The snitch app? The T app, his T app profile. About how he's bald. I'm like, I haven't seen him without a hat. Maybe he is bald. I don't know, not a deal breaker. Dated bald men before. He is still, no, he told me he had a child. Okay. But he still lives with his baby mama.
Oh, no.
So you have a family. Guys, if you have a child with a woman and you still live in a home with a woman and
together.
child, you have a family. You have a family at home. You are a family man. I don't know how else to tell you this. Move your ass out the house and then you're single. That's how that works. Ain't no, oh, I sleep on the couch shit.
No.
What is this
Absolutely
in your
not.
brains?
No.
And why am I ugly? Like, why do you think I would be okay with that? Anyway,
Joy, no way. Okay, we got to
There's
get
more.
back to that part.
all this stay safe, sis, is what this number texts me. I said, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying in my motherfucking face. So he shows up. I'm like, hey,
No.
so I done just got all this shit. So what's up? He was like, oh, I'm really sorry about that. I'm looking into who did it. Your baby mother did this. What?
No.
The mother of your child did this. Who else would have access to your phone? This person knows we've been talking. They know where we went to dinner. So
and
anyway,
she knows where you are in this
and
moment.
she knows that you are coming to meet me right now. I kill people, okay? So you should let her know that I do not want you. You belong to her, okay? Go home to your family. Don't bother me again.
Oh my gosh.
Do not bother me again. I will stab you in your fucking eyeball. I will end your whole bloodline. Don't
That
play
is
with me.
Crazy.
Crazy. So just, the point is, do a background check. Just make sure.
Get out of it.
Just ask for their Instagram, and then check their tag photos, because men never think about their tag photos.
That's true.
They forget.
They forget about that.
They forget about them bitches. Them
Damn.
bitches get them every time.
Woo!
Them tag photos get y'all every fucking time. Turn it off. Turn off your tag photos every fucking time. Where he at? Bling. That's who he was with.
Location, everything.
Time of day. Dog. The tag photos get y'all every time. Anyway, so in short, hiking's a great place. But
and happy hour.
and
Hiking.
happy hour. Yeah. What are you doing right now to kind of let some steam off? Like, how are you keeping yourself centered?
For me, hiking is my new thing. So I got out of the gym and I got outside. So that's really helped. Like being outdoors, which sounds so simple, but it helps.
No,
So
it's important.
it's important.
I call them fake hikes in LA.
Yeah, it's not a real thing. But like I'm from the South. And so for me, I have to be on the soil or in the sand. And so getting grounded on the beach, hiking, that helps. Not drinking has helped. And
Yeah.
I've never been like a big drinker, but even when I did start drinking a little more than usual, I just didn't feel good. So that has helped. Just
It's
like,
harder as you get older too.
yeah,
That one glass of wine will change your whole next day.
your whole life.
The whole
You're like,
next
oh
day.
my God, where am I? So slowing down on that, and then just having good people around. Like my filter for BS is so great now. Like when I tell you my tolerance is 0. And so whenever it smells fake, feels fake, or just doesn't feel good, I just kill it now. Like I just stop it. And that has been like the last year, just having a no tolerance policy for bull. And that's helped a lot, just like clear up a lot of the clutter in my life.
Yeah. I mean, boundaries are just, I had to teach myself about boundaries.
Yeah.
I had to do the work like with my therapist and enforcing it. And it's so scary sometimes when
Yeah.
you don't have strong boundaries. It is the scariest because you have this idea that if you demand anything for yourself, you will lose the thing that
Just
you are
about to say that.
demanding it from.
Yes.
Like in work, you'll lose the job.
Mm-hmm.
In friendship, you'll lose this friend. In relationships, you'll lose this man. In family, you'll lose this relationship with your family member if you just say, this is not the kind of way that I want to be treated or live.
Yes.
And it's a very scary muscle to develop, but it is so important.
It's scary. Like we were just talking about as an entrepreneur, right? You can, if you're not careful, have a sense of desperation about you. And so for me, it was like, taking every coffee, taking every lunch, taking every Zoom call. And I had to like really do inventory in my life. And I was like, all of this pointed to nowhere, right? So the boundary around that and knowing it's actually going to get better when you do it is a muscle I've definitely had to strengthen because, busyness does not cash at the bank.
No, do not. One of my favorite quotes is John Wooden, UCLA coach. Do not mistake activity for achievement.
That's it.
And it is scary to have to remind yourself that, you can say no to things.
Yeah.
And knowing what to say no to protect your peace, to direct yourself in the energetic direction that you want to go. But you have to really be in tune with your gut.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even this year, I've received a couple of awards, and I had so much anxiety, not for accepting the award, but I'd rather be behind my computer right now, like getting deals done. And so, it's just, to me, knowing the season that you're in, right? Like, do I want to do other things? Yes. Does it feel great in the moment? Yes. But was it the best use of my time? No.
Yeah.
And so just, that's been helpful.
How has your relationships with women helped pull you through the past couple years?
It's been everything, right? Like I think, we hear a lot about like Black Girl Magic and sis this and sis that. But when you really have a tribe of people that through it all you can call on, it's been like the healing balm that we all needed, right? Like my group chat and my friend circle looks like, the messy tears too. And so like we win together, but we can also say, hey, I'm stuck on this deal. Can you make a call? Or I'm stuck in between deal flow. Can you give me a bridge? Like it's that level of my mom is sick, can you go over to the house right now because you'll get there faster than I can? Like I really have a tribe of women and men, to be honest, women and men that are like true family. And I know if tomorrow I was in Iowa and got hit by a car, like they'd all be on the way. And so it feels good to know that when you're in your winning season, those are the same people that'll be there, even in the drought. And so it's been everything.
Yeah, I think relationships with women are the key to success.
Yeah,
as
sure.
a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I, on the side of the business that I came up in sports, there just were no women. So we really didn't have the opportunity to have mentors, to have a bridge. There were no jobs, there were no women. And the environments that they were in, I can't even imagine because I know the environments that I was in. And I think that one of the things that I'm most proud of for our generation of women is not just the outward showing of like love that we have for each other and the shaming that we have of women shaming other women, like the way that we will put a stop to it and safeguard the spaces.
Yes.
It's something I'm really proud of, because I've literally had men in the business say to me, why are you so supportive of other women?
Oh, yes.
Like, you guys are all in competition with each other. I said, who in competition with who?
Mm-hmm.
The men ain't in competition with me.
Yeah.
I can do every person's job in this building. Is there another man in this building that can do every single job in this building? I'm not in competition with anybody. And that's not the point.
Yeah.
Like, we can all win together. My wins do not take away from her wins. In fact, if she wins and there's more of us in the building, then it's less of me having to prove why I'm in the building.
Yeah.
So I always want to be in a place where there's more inclusivity, because then it is not proving a point. I am not having to carry the burden of being the only one. I don't want to be the only one. That's not a win to me.
You know what I learned though, Joy? And this came with age and experience. The people who say that benefit from us not being unified.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, they want us to compete. They want us to scrape and scrap. They want us to box each other out, because they know when we're together and unified, like, they can't control it. And so to me, it's like the divide and conquer. And just the scarcity mindset so many people have benefited from.
Yeah.
And now when they see women working with each other, women supporting each other, women hiring each other,
funding each other,
promoting each other, I think a lot of men who don't understand it should actually study it, right? Because it's like actually the only way that we're going to win together. And so, whenever someone, even in relationships, whenever someone tries to isolate you and move you out of the circle, it's like there's a reason for that. Right. And so, to me, women winning with other women is not only the way, it's the only way.
I agree. And especially now, and especially with Black women, because I'm really trying to remain grounded after this past election in the like all women thing. But
yeah,
y'all do not think that all women are y'all women. So I have to at some point realize where I belong.
Yeah.
And until women across the board, women understands that there is a hierarchy even within women, and the proximity that you have to whiteness, the proximity that you have to the patriarchy, the proximity that you have to white male power, if you are not working every day the way that we are to break that down, you are a part of the problem. And that is the only place right now for me where I'm still like, we have a lot of work to do as women.
Yes.
As Black women, we've always understood the assignment. We have always understood the assignment. We've put together the assignment. We did all of the work. We put together all of the PowerPoints. We made the sandwiches. We did the work.
Yeah.
So I do feel like it is a responsibility now in these current times that we're in, knowing how powerful women are when we're together, that white women, that Latina women, that Asian women lay down this 1% crumb plate that you're getting by being closer to whiteness and enjoying the journey, because the little bit of benefits that you're getting from continuing to uphold this ridiculous system that harms everyone is fucking destroying the world. And I have to lay it at the feet of women, because we are the ones who are going to save the world. At the end of the day, we are.
Yeah, and data supports it, right?
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, what do they call it? The canary effect. When Black women are not working, the entire economy crumbles, right? So don't just do it because it's the right thing to do. You actually benefit from it. Do it for your own self-interest if you can't find it in your heart to just like link up and join arms and like really do what's right to make sure that we remain in these spaces and we're able to thrive in these spaces. And so, it's so funny because when I started hearing the numbers at first, the data around Black women and the workforce, at first it was like sadness for me. Just like, I'm sad. I want to do something about it. Like, this is devastating. And now I'm like, wow, you just unleashed 600,000 of the dopest, smartest, most intelligent, hardworking, brilliant minds, right, into the world. And so imagine if we work together and
a
built
lot
something.
of those Black women are starting businesses.
Yes,
And
entrepreneurship.
are becoming entrepreneurs. And that is why it's important that we continue to support them.
That's right.
And not just financially, but also with platforms
Yes.
and everything else. I do feel like sisterhood is something that it breaks my heart when I hear women saying that they don't have good, strong female
Yeah, me
friends,
too.
because it's like I would be a crazy person.
Mhm.
I don't know what kind of
Oh my
person I would
gosh.
be if I didn't have women I could be completely vulnerable with and open with and tell my wrongs and my rights to, and have them be honest back with me and hold me accountable and push me and speak life into me.
Look at us, right?
Yeah.
Like for those who don't know our relationship, Joy and I don't talk every day, but every single time we see each other, or I ask a question or you ask a question, we give honest answers, unfiltered, right? Because I think there's this love and sisterhood that not only is in us, but is required now. Like it's expected.
Yeah.
Right. And so I could never sit across from you and you ask me a question that I know the answer to and not share that information. So gatekeeping is also dead. Right. If you sit across from another woman and you're not giving honest answers about your salary,
Ugh.
how much you make, the experience that you had with a person, even a relationship, right? Like we owe it to ourselves and each other to tell the truth. And if we don't, shame on us.
Yeah.
Because
and
it costs nothing.
it costs nothing, and it will come back to you.
For sure.
And it's not saying that you need to just blindly trust
Yes,
people
yes.
and that you need to blindly
Yeah.
give away the secrets. But there, you know the people
You know.
that you need to work with and that you need to help. And I actually send this out to the younger women, that you guys need to start fostering those relationships as young women within whatever business that you are in. This isn't just applicable to the entertainment
Yes.
business. This is finance.
Yes.
This is tech. This is medicine. Like this is law. This is politics. Like you need a system, and you need to stop listening to them when they tell you that you are alone. You're not.
No.
And you are truly stronger together. And we are on the precipice of something's going to happen. Like there's going to be a cataclysmic change of some sort, to your point. Now, I don't know if it means the world is going to end, but
That's
like,
not it.
you know, if nature's just decided she's had enough of us, like that's on the board, I
Yeah.
suppose. I hope that's not it, but something has to give here. And in the end, when it does give, we have to be there to pick up the pieces. And that is going to be required of us, as it has been required of every generation before us. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for you.
Me too.
I'm grateful for the amazing relationships that I have with women. And I leave the charge right now in this current state. I do. I leave it at the feet of non-Black women, because we have done our job. Do your job.
Yeah.
Do your job. Because I don't want you knocking on my door asking for help.
Well,
No.
and that's the thing, because whenever this thing resets, because it will, like we're going to be the ones that everyone calls for answers to come fix it. Every crisis, by the way.
Every single one.
My phone blows up. Can you come help us fix this thing?
Girl, the
No.
phone calls that I've gotten phone calls. I literally look at the phone like, there's no way you're calling me for this. There's no Audacity.
Audacity.
That's
It's the
no
audacity for me.
You got the
It's the
fucking
audacity.
Audacity.
Yes.
It's the Audacity.
I receive calls from people I haven't heard from in 10 years
Ugh.
on Grammy Day, like things like that. And I'm just like, funny seeing you here. Just the audacity is wild. Yeah.
It always circles back.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on the show and for being vulnerable and open.
Always.
Make sure you go and follow Valeisha, Valeisha, and supports Seed Media and all of her endeavors. She always has some great things going on, and I'm so proud to call you a friend.
Yes.
I'm so
Same.
proud of you.
You too.
And I just know a lot of abundance is coming your way.
Thank you.
You've been doing the work.
Sending the energy back.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too.